We did it. We made it to 1,000 subscribers. And this just has been a long process to get here. I've been posting content on here, making the shorts they have on here, and I didn't know when it was gonna happen. So I'm just like so excited that it finally happened. And I did it my way. I didn't have any trending topics. I wasn't doing a bunch of skits. I was just being 100% me and got 1,000 subscribers because of it, and I'm very grateful. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you have to realize it's going to be a journey. Don't listen to those videos that say, here's how to get 1,000 subscribers in 30 days. That's unrealistic. That might happen for a few people, but just a regular old person, that's not going to happen. And if you've never made a long form content before, you only been on TikTok or been on Instagram and created those reels, that's not the same thing like a long form content. On those platforms, you can post a 15-second video, go viral, and your numbers just going up. On YouTube, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's a strategy behind actually making these videos. I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and I'm going to share my strategy to get to 1,000 subscribers. And hopefully it doesn't take you that long to get to 1,000. I'm going to show you what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and why it took me so long to actually get to this milestone. And don't make the same mistakes I did. That's what this video is for you to learn from my mistakes and not make those same mistakes on your journey. If you're new here, my name is Jelan Abrams, and this is the Unknown and Talented podcast. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, the first question you should ask yourself is, why? Why are you starting this YouTube channel? Are you here to educate, entertain, or inspire your audience? Those are the three buckets you want to think about when actually creating your YouTube channel. What I want you to do is do research on your favorite YouTube creators. I'm pretty sure they're going to fit in one of those three buckets. And they're popular and famous because of doing it in those three buckets, because that's what we need. We need somebody to entertain us, to educate, or inspire. Those are the main three things that we do on a daily basis. And you're creating a YouTube channel to help that audience with that particular bucket they need to be filled. Your goals shouldn't be how you can make money on YouTube, but your goals should be how you can give value to others. YouTube is about creating a community where you're actually able to help a large group of people. Once you build your community, then you can go into the make money portion of the YouTube. But when you first start, it's going to take you a minute to get to that portion where you're making money, and you're going to just fall off because you're going to start off super consistent, super excited, and then when you realize it's going to take a lot longer to make money on here, you're going to quit. So never come to here to make money. If you want to make money, you can go get a second job, you can go start a business, you can go do some OT at work. That's what you do if you want to make money quick. YouTube is a long game. It's not making money today. So if that's what you're trying to do, I wouldn't advise you to make a YouTube, because this is going to be a lot harder to make money than you think. So believe it or not, this is actually the second time I hit 1,000 subscribers. I used to have another YouTube page where I used to make beats. Basically, this is the time where type beat was super popular on YouTube. Basically, what artists would do, they would search for beats that sound like artists that they actually look up to. So for example, they're looking for beats that sound like Drake would rap on, beats that sounds like J. Cole could rap on, beats that sound like SZA could sing on. For me, I love making Summer Walker type beats. So beats that actually Summer Walker might actually sing on. So these artists are looking for Summer Walker type beat, Drake type beat. And basically those are my videos. I'm writing Summer Walker type beat. They're searching it, they finding it, they're listening it, they're ripping it off, and they rapping on it. That's what I did. I was able to get to 1,000 pretty quickly because artists are just looking for that. Once they find, they subscribe, because now they're a fan of you. Because now it's like, oh, you giving me beats I can rap on, I'm gonna follow you. And the problem with doing it that way, when I started that YouTube page, that was strictly to make money. I wasn't trying to build a community. I wasn't trying to give value to anybody. I was just trying to make money. I was posting free beats, they ripped it, and then they just kept it moving. So nobody actually stayed, through the journey with me. And also, what I did at that channel, I also bought ads, Because like I said, I was just trying to make money. So I bought ads so more people could view my page, so more people would get on it, so more people will buy beats. So people were viewing my stuff, people were ripping it off the page, but people weren't really buying it at a consistent rate that I wanted to. And I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So I kind of slowed down on that and honestly just quit making beats because I didn't really find an avenue that was great for me. So what does that have to do with you? So basically, when you're thinking about the topic that you want to talk about on YouTube page, don't do it for the money, because doing it for the money, you're going to be able to do it for a little bit of time. You might get a little traction, but to actually go through that entire journey and be super successful on YouTube, it's not going to happen because you're just thinking about the money. You're not thinking about nothing else. It's going to be hard when the money's not showing up to keep going and actually do what you started doing. So when you're actually creating this YouTube page, make sure you just think about those 3 buckets I was talking about: entertain, educate, inspire. Think about those 3 buckets when creating content, and also know that you're giving value to the audience to build a community. Not giving value to get money in return. You're giving value to create a community. Once that community is there, then the money's come. But you can't get the money before the community. So once you get your topic and you also in those 3 different buckets: entertain, educate, inspire, now it's time to actually make your videos. So what are you going to use to make these videos? You're going to need equipment. And for me, I know this looks super crispy. It sounds super crispy. I look great in the light. My videos didn't start off like that. So don't look at my videos or look at other people's videos and say, man, I need to look and sound just like that. You don't have to start there. You can start with your phone. That's where I started. When I first made YouTube videos, my phone is what I used. That was it. This has a great camera. It's over $1,000 too. Like, you're already using this anyway. So use your phone. I don't know why my screen keeps popping. They want y'all to see my wife, obviously. Y'all about to see my wife. You're watching the visual podcast. This is my wife right here, because I don't know why my phone keeps unlocking to show my screen, but this is my wife. If y'all need to see my wife, all right? Good. I am married too. If y'all got some new ladies here, I'm married. Um, I don't know. And I do randomly talk on here as well, so it is what it is. But you can use your phone, and this is the first and probably most important thing you need when starting a YouTube channel is use your phone. I don't need y'all to be out here getting anything until you start making content and actually practice your delivery and everything, but you're just going to use your phone. The next piece of equipment that you're going to need is going to be a tripod. When I first started my YouTube page, I had my phone, I had a stool, I had some empty shoe boxes, and I put my phone on top of those empty shoe boxes so I can get the angle that I want. So that's not always great because the phone drops. Now your angle switches, you might not be able to get it back. So I would say get a tripod, because me, I am a one-man camera crew. I'm the talent, I'm the director, the producer, I'm all that stuff. But what I do is I use my tripod because now I'm able to get exactly the angle that I want, and it's not going to move. So get yourself a pretty cheap tripod. I don't have any links because none of these are sponsored yet. So we don't got no links because we're just at 1,000. Probably my next video when we at 10,000, then I might be able to get y'all some sponsor stuff on here. But just get yourself a tripod. Don't got to be super expensive as long as you can hold your phone. The next piece of equipment you're going to need is a microphone. It doesn't have to be this fancy microphone that y'all hearing me on. I know it sounds crispy. I know it sounds great. Y'all don't need this when y'all first started. I would probably say is just get like a portable microphone. I got this Hollyland microphone, pretty cheap. I think it was like $100. Again, we're not sponsored, but I had it with me, so shout out to them. But this is about, like I said, $100. You could buy it, plug it up to your phone, have the other piece on yourself, and now your quality of audio is way better, because audio is actually more important than actual video. People are going to be listening to you more than they are actually able to see you. And if your audio is terrible, they're going to cut it off. Nobody wants to hear no staticky audio going up super high, going up super low. Nobody wants to hear that. So make sure that you have great audio. Get a microphone. Like I said, start off with a little portable mic. Then you can move up to the big boy like me. You don't got to be like me yet. Just get yourself something cheap that you're able to actually use, for right now. Because the one thing I don't want y'all to do is to go broke trying to make a YouTube and starting and make everything looks great right away. It's going to be a journey. So it's okay to start off with something that's not super amazing. And then the more you do it, the more you actually enjoy it. Now you can turn it into something else. Next up, we have the lights. So if you're watching the visual podcast, you can see that I have this light on me. The light actually is not harsh, it's super soft. That's why it's called a soft box, because it's a soft light on you, so it actually looks good in camera. It's not something harsh pointing at you and it's just super bright. So you want to get something called a soft box. And if you want to be extra fancy, I have this portable light right here that actually makes light. As you see this blue light behind me, and then I just have my lamp, my little lamp. It adds a little more elements to your video. So you want to get some kind of light, because once you have your good audio, once you have your phone, now you want people to actually be able to see you. You're on YouTube. You want to look good. So the light is going to make yourself look really good. And if you're also just using like an iPhone or Android, whatever kind of phone you're using, the better the light is, the better your quality of your phone is going to be, because your phone is not really great for shooting in low lights. So if you have amazing light on you, that's going to make the camera look even better. And if you are using your phone, make sure you use 4K. 4K is what you want to be using. It's going to probably take up a bunch of memory on your phone, but you also can get a little memory card where you can put your videos on, so you don't got to use your phone up. But 4K is going to make your stuff look amazing. And with that light, you're not going to need a camera anytime soon. And lastly, if you got all that stuff and you already got your light, you already got your mic, you already got everything else, I would say look into a camera. My camera that I got it on eBay, about $500. Not really that bad, but the only thing with cameras is that you're going to have to keep buying lenses. So my camera was like $500. I bought a lens that was like $150, and the other lens that I have on this right now was basically, I think, about $400. So it definitely adds up. So don't just think I'm gonna get a camera, it's gonna look amazing. You're gonna have to buy more attachments for it. I even have a little lens cap on top of it to add a little more flair to this. So it's not gonna stop. You could keep buying all the equipment in the world. I could get a better mic, I could get better lights. The more money you spend doesn't mean your YouTube is gonna be successful. So don't think I'm about to put a bag on here now, people are gonna watch me. It doesn't work like that. So you just want to make sure you're using what you have. And when you're ready to expand and ready to purchase more things, you can do that. But definitely don't do that at the beginning, because you're going to end up spending a lot of money and not making that back anytime soon. Now I want to talk about the challenges of YouTube. One of the biggest problems that I hear a lot of times when people explain to me why they're not creating content or why they don't have a YouTube channel is because they're afraid to speak in front of a camera. Because one of the biggest fears in the world is public speaking. So now to tell someone to set up a camera and just talk, it's kind of scary, because that's something they're probably not even used to. So one of my tips to make it easier to talk in front of a camera is pick a topic that you're comfortable speaking about. If you're not comfortable talking about fashion, don't start a YouTube channel about fashion. If you're not comfortable cooking, don't start a YouTube channel showing how you can cook. Talk about something that you actually do. If you enjoy sports, talk about sports. Don't try to do something that you're not comfortable with already, because it's going to make it even harder to be comfortable in front of a camera if you're not comfortable talking about it already. When I first started this YouTube page about 4 years ago, this was strictly a fitness page. I was showing people how to work out, how to be consistent in the gym, how to eat, how to have a good diet. And it was so easy for me, so natural, because that's what I was doing. I was legit working out. This was during a time we had COVID. We were stuck in the house anyway. So all I was really doing was working out. And I was able to have that YouTube page and just talk about what I was actually doing, what I was actually living. It wasn't something that I had to be on the internet and just searching and Googling different things. I was living it. So think of a topic that you are so comfortable talking about and something that you can legit talk about all day. Turn that camera on, start that YouTube channel, because you're going to feel like the camera's not even there, because this is naturally you. When you try to do something that is not naturally you, that's when it's going to be hard. But once you start doing it that way, now you can then introduce other things, because you're going to learn to get comfortable in front of a camera. But if you don't start with something that you're comfortable right now, it's going to be very tough to be able to talk in front of the camera and be a confident person in front of the camera because you're not really sure what you're talking about. And now, how are you going to convince someone else to listen to it when you're not confident in the beginning? Next up is consistency. If you're going to start a YouTube page, you're going to have to be consistent. Don't be overly consistent now. Don't post every single day. That's not healthy. You want to make sure you post at least once a week. I'll probably say at most 3 or 4 times a week if you can, especially if you're starting out, because you got to realize it's going to be a learning curve. YouTube is going to be a learning curve. So if you start right away posting 30 times in 30 days, it's going to be hard for you to grow because you're not going to realize what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong to be able to grow that page. On this page, when I was creating fitness content, people weren't watching my videos. People weren't entertained. And I'm like, man, I got to do something so I can grow this page fast. I decided to post 30 videos in 30 days. And I did it. And nobody watched those videos. I think at most, I probably got like 100 views on one of the videos out of 30. And I got real discouraged because I'm like, I'm being super consistent, but nobody's watching my videos. It's because I was being consistent, but doing the wrong thing. So if you're going to start this, you want to make sure that you can be consistent. And I say once a week, if you want to even go up to 3 or 4, that's fine. But you want to be able to learn from what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. When your first video hits 100 views, realize, what did I do right to get 100 views? When you post 30 videos and them getting 10, 15 views, you're not going to know what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. And you're just going to be just so focused on creating, you're not going to be able to review, reflect on what you did and get better. You want to be able to reflect on the stuff you're putting out, why this is doing good, why it's doing bad, and improve. Once you're improved on everything and you know what works and what doesn't work, then go ahead, try to do the 30 days challenge on YouTube. That's fine, but you want to learn what works first before you just out there wasting all your time just creating a bunch of content. Because being consistent on videos is not the only thing you want to be. You want to be consistent at making great videos, because the better videos you make, that's when your audience grows. Like I said, it took me 8 years. Well, really 4, if you want to talk about this page alone. It took me 4 years to get to 1,000. That's because I didn't know how to consistently make great videos. I was consistent, but not consistently making great videos. So worry about your content, study, do research, consistently make great content. Then your subscribers are going to go up and you're going to get to 1,000 way faster than 4 years. Hopefully it takes more. It's faster than a year, but your followers are going to go up if you're consistently making great content. Lastly, you want to be yourself. Don't worry about looking at anybody else and watching their videos blow up and trying to be just like them. Be like yourself, because when people come to your page, they want to see you, your personality, your content. So you want to be yourself. You don't want to be a copycat of anybody else, because once you're a copycat, they don't even have to come to your page. They can just go to the original. You know what I'm saying? Like their Lucky Charms, your Marshmallow Fluffs. Do you want to be Marshmallow Fluffs or do you want to be Lucky Charms? They in Walmart, they in Target, you in the Dollar General. We don't want that. We want to be ourselves. We want to be a name brand. So don't just copy the name brands and now you in this discount stores because you're a copycat. Be yourself. Be in those big stores. Be in that Walmart. Be in that Target. Be in the Harris Teeter. Be in the whatever grocery stores you got by where y'all at. But that's what you want to be. You want to be original. It's okay to go to somebody else's page and get inspired by them, to think about the way they do their thumbnails, the way they edit and all those things. It's okay to get inspired, but don't be a copycat. We want to be original. That's how we're going to be successful. Originally us. People are going to come to our page for us, and that's what's going to make us successful. Me, I'm 100% myself. I'm not trying to be like anybody else. My personality is my personality. This is the same way I'm going to talk. If you see me in person, I'm going to talk the same way. I'm nobody different. Everybody that knows me and listens to my podcast, they know I'm 100% me. I'm going to be a fool. I'm going to say a joke. I might say something inappropriate, but I'm going to be me. And that's what you have to be. Be yourself. You're going to get that community. And once you get that community, that's when we get the money. All right? So be yourself. That's the only way you're going to get to the money, which is going to be later down the line. But you got to be yourself first to get to your 1,000. Now, Get that money. Get that money. So one more point that I totally forgot to even address is knowing how to create thumbnails and editing. So the thumbnail thing, that's not as bad as you think. If you've never created any kind of visual uh, art, all you have to do is go to Canva. Canva's not sponsoring this. Like I said, we don't got no sponsors, but Canva has a lot of little templates for YouTube uh, thumbnails. And all you got to do is just plop your picture in there, change the font a little bit, and you got a thumbnail. So that's something that's not that bad, but that's something that's very important when actually getting people to your page. So for this one, I would definitely say play with different kind of thumbnails and see what actually works for you. Still be yourself, but see what actually works for you. I would definitely say when you're making those thumbnails, don't make them too busy. You don't want words all over the place and stuff like that. You want to make sure when somebody sees that, they know exactly what they're coming to see. So definitely make that more on the simple side. If you're nice with it and you can make it super crazy, do that. But definitely make it more simple. That's what I suggest anyway. And then also you're gonna have to learn how to edit videos. So of course you could probably pay somebody, but my thing is not to spend any money that you don't need to spend. So just look up some videos on how to edit. If you're just using like a Mac, I think they have like the video editor on there. PC, they also have a video editor on there. Nothing needs to be super fancy. I'm just extra, so I like putting a bunch of stuff in the video, but they can be super chill. And I think that's pretty much it now. Those are all the things that you're gonna really need to get a YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers. And if you have more than 1,000, congratulations. I'm happy. What's next for me? We turning up. We about to get some t-shirts. We about to get some hats. We about to get some scarves. I'm just joking. See, this is me being myself. We're not doing none of that, but I'm just happy. I think the next step for me is definitely to get monetized. I'm definitely looking for the money now, which is going to be a process. And just the same way this was a process, that's going to be a process. But I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful to be able to get here and to be able to get here being myself. Like, I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I'm not acting. I'm not putting on a front. This is 100% me. When you see me in person, this is who I am, and this is what you see. And I'm just happy because like my other page that I had, my music producer page, I got to 1,000, but I cheated. I bought ads. I'm doing type beats. They're just coming there for the free beats and they out of there. Y'all are coming here for me. Y'all are coming here for me to talk about me, talk about my life, talk about things to inspire you, which is kind of cool. So I'm definitely grateful. If y'all got this far, thank you. And thank you for subscribing. If you got this far and you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And this is also a podcast. So if you're listening to the podcast, I appreciate y'all getting this far. If you didn't know it had a YouTube page, make sure y'all come to my YouTube page, subscribe, leave a rating on my Apple Podcast or wherever you're listening to this at. But thank you. And I think it's just cool just to have everything documented. Like I got to 1,000 subscribers August 1st, 2024. Like that's fire. That's fire. Like y'all should have saw me. My goal was get there by August 1st. July 31st, when I woke up, I had 990 subscribers. And I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get there. And I ended up getting there, like 1,000 on the dot. So that's fire. But yeah, that's all I got pretty much. Hopefully this inspired you. That's my bucket. My bucket is to inspire. So hopefully I was able to inspire with this episode. And shout out y'all YouTube pages in the comments. So people can subscribe, y'all. Y'all could build that community that way. Everybody that's starting it, post that thing in the comments. And everybody can subscribe to each other's channel. That's kind of cool. But other than that, man, that's it. We on to the next video. We on to 2,000, 3,000 monetized, and this is fire. So I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all subscribing. My name is Jelan Abrams. This is Unknown and Talented. We're gonna see y'all next week.